Boys, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys are doing well. This video is going to be all about Team of the Year. We're going to be talking about a lot of different parts, so I guess hang tight, listen closely, and give your opinions in the comments down below about how you guys are feeling. Team of the Year is about 10 days away. We have a lot of things to discuss, and it's exciting. It's exciting. Team of the Year is always really good. You really can't go wrong. I mean, even last year they dropped this 8220 repeatable, first time ever. We're used to having these league upgrades where instead of them just adding rares or things like that to make them a little better, they bring in an 8220, which you can literally do repeatable, and you can walk away packing 10 Team of the Years. We're going to talk about that in this video. We're going to give my opinions on if I expect that to return or not, or even what I think about it. But really, let's jump into it because we got a lot of content to go over tonight. So Team of the Year nominee lone player picks. Guys, these are going to be happening tomorrow. I don't know if it's exactly the part of the vote. Now, EA has tweeted out today that the Team of the Year vote officially starts tomorrow, guys. So tomorrow you guys will be able to vote for Team of the Year cards and stuff like that. And then you're going to get a time loan. It's not a game loan. It's actually a time loan, guys. So, you know, you're going to be able to get these Team of the Year nominee lone player picks. And you're going to get 3 of 27 attackers, 3 of 35 midfielders, 4 of 20 defenders, and more. And you're going to be able to use these for 7 days. So this is kind of similar to the Ballon d'Or promo, except that came at the beginning of the year. That was an FC 25. That gave you like 3 cards. Dude, I think you might actually have 11 minimum or like, you know, something like that amounts of loans coming into your club, and you're going to be able to use them unlimited for 7 days. So we may see tomorrow that this game just turns into full Team of the Year squads for the next, 7 days. I don't know. Do you guys like that? Me personally, I think this type of thing makes the Team of the Year experience a little bit less special. But I think EA, my perspective on EA at this point is that they tried to do the slower power curve this year. They made too quickly of a gameplay patch early on, and they lost a lot of people with somewhere in that hybrid of that combo that they kind of just blew it all up after a few weeks and said, screw it, we're going to go back to what we did last year, because they are seeing the declining sales in this game, even though the revenues are about the same. So, I think this is EA's way of getting people to log in a little bit more. Obviously, this Time Warp promo sucks. We all know that. It's not that crazy. So, I understand, because I think the average person sees this and they're like, yo, I got to log in because EA's giving Team of the Year nominee cards. And it is pretty cool. I'm not going to hate, but I think you will see everyone kind of scrapping their team if they're getting an unlimited loan of a 3 playstyle plus or a 2 playstyle plus player, and you got 11 of them. So that was the first thing I wanted to point out. The second thing was over on Sheriff's Twitter, and he said Team of the Year men and women's captains are coming, so that's going to be new, and then the voting starts tomorrow. And then this is like a little bit of a calendar that I wanted to pull up for you guys to kind of show you what's going on here. So you're going to have the vote on the 7th. The attackers will start, I guess it says the 16th. Which would be, that would make sense because this Friday is the 9th, so it'll be next Friday. The attackers come out. Guys, I think you're all in denial because Pina will be getting a Team of the Year. The EA is 100% going to give Pina a Team of the Year. It's just going to be the most broken card probably we've ever had in FIFA, or at least in the last 5 years. Pina is just going to be, I don't even want to know. Especially if I'm seeing those play styles the right way, EA, or even if they give her like, I don't even know, a tiki-taka plus in there. Oh my goodness, man, forget about it. So, yeah, that I'm looking at Pina already scared. But you're going to have Team of the Year icons going in Team 1 as well. Then you're going to have midfielders on the 18th. It's always spaced out like this. Midfielders, defenders. It's like every 2 or 3 days. And then you have Team of the Year icon Team 2. Full Team of the Year team on the 22nd. And then you usually have like the last 3 days, all of the Team of the Year icons are going to be in the packs with the Team of the Years for a little bit. And you're going to have honorable mentions. And for me, guys, you got to be careful because a lot of people will look at this graphic, and when it comes to Team of the Year, people think, oh, save till the end because the pack weight's going to be the best. But we have seen multiple years where EA actually, the pack weight goes down with the full Team of the Year. We actually exposed EA, I think it was last year or the year before. We looked at a store pack, the same exact store pack, and when the EA put the full team in, the pack weight was actually a little bit lower with the full team in than with the positional team. So be careful with that. I would say the best way to enjoy Team of the Year is just opening along the way. That for me is probably the best way to enjoy it all, just kind of opening a little bit every day. You never know what day is going to be your day for the Team of the Year, and right now we know what will we have. Well, we know we're going to have premium league upgrades and premium mixed league upgrades, so we know those will be available. You can grind those, but we'll probably have other packs as well to go with that. So this is kind of what you guys could expect in terms of the timeline. Obviously, it's a really long event. It does go through the whole month. It does go through the whole month, guys, so it's a really big deal event, and it's a really fun event. It's definitely a really fun event. So that's the calendar that I wanted to pull up. This is like a little bit more of a calendar, and it will end in the end of January. It's pretty much, it will go through the whole January. We also have some news of some new icons and heroes before we get to the main part of this video, which is that we do have these two guys that are going to be happening really soon in this game. Like, this is going to be in the next couple weeks, so you can expect that, which is kind of hype. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if the playstyles and stats are confirmed or an estimate. And then we also had this a couple weeks ago. We had news on this, that these cards, icons, heroes were added into the game. Expect out of this, probably Dunga or Uli Hoeneß will be the best two. Uli Hoeneß has a card in eFootball that is ridiculously good. So just wanted to bring that out. And then before we go anywhere with the 8220, I want to go and show you guys the SBCs that EA released last year. So we had an 83.5 attackers upgrade, 31K. You could do it 3 times a day. You would earn 5 attackers, 83 or higher. You have the 8310. This ends up being 50K because Team of the Weeks, I think, literally went up. I want to say it's about 30K, guys. So make sure you guys, you know, they're not gonna say that as an investment right now, but just make sure you're stocking your club with Team of the Weeks. I'm seeing EA's doing a lot right now to try to take people's Team of the Weeks. Definitely try to not lose your Team of the Weeks. Then you have the midfielders, the defenders upgrades as well. Those were a little bit cheaper. I don't think they required the Team of the Weeks, these ones, whereas the 83.5 did. 81 double, you got an 84.5. You could do it only once, 85 player pick. You got the attacker upgrade again. Okay, so these, we're just looking at some of the SBCs that came out with Team of the Year last year, guys. And then you have the Premium League upgrades. These, to be honest, guys, I mean, people did like 2,000 La Ligas last year. They used to be so much better, and here's what happened, right? So they used to be, earn a pack containing 11 La Liga players, 3 rares. Then what happened, obviously, is that we know in FC, we have females in this game, right? So you have twice the league in the pack. So you have 11 La Liga or La Liga F players. So you have twice the amount of golds. And yes, you do have twice the amount of Team of the Years. But think about it. You're doubling the golds. So your overall chance is going to still be more likely for the golds with the Team of the Year pack weight. So EA, I'm hoping this is the year that they figured this out with this and at least make the rares, I would say like 5 rares and maybe like, you know, even if it's 11 commons or 11 players, it's 5 rares or 6 rares because the pack weight was so bad. You know, it's always been really hard to get a Team of the Year, but the weight was like all-time low. Like, you could do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and not get anything of the league upgrades. And that, you know, league upgrade grind is a fun part of Team of the Year. So hopefully EA learns that, especially, and you know, if they, oh my God, did I really just lose my, no. All right, I have to go get my tab back, guys. That's why I can't click on SBCs, I think. Unless, no, I'm back. You know, one thing EA could do, if you guys don't want to make a new pack like that, what you could always do is just do Premium Premier League upgrade, right? 11 Prem, 3 rares. Premium Barclays Women's Super League upgrade, 11 rares, 11 players, 3 rares. So that's a quick solution if they wanted to do something easy. Don't combine the leagues. Just release the leagues, the 10 leagues, right? Because there's obviously the 5 female leagues that go with it. And some people are just going to be spamming the female leagues, right? It's nothing to like, you know, pull the whole like, oh, you know, EA's going to feel the corporate thing of we're not respecting, you know what I'm saying? It's not really about that. It's just that, like, it messes up the pack weight. It messes up the pack weight, and it was a brutal last couple years, especially when they combined the two, because they didn't increase the rares at all, which they need to do if they're going to double the league. So either release the leagues as a solo, or double, or at least put 5 rares in those packs is my advice to EA. 83.5 defenders, 85 double, 85 3 defenders. You got the draft token upgrade. I think there was a Team of the Year draft objective. 86 combo upgrade. This pack was goated, but a little expensive. I always like the combo upgrades. You got the crafting upgrades, so they put rewards, players, packs, maybe some evos, and a 77.3. You got the 83.5. You got 88 mixed icon upgrade, 85.3 attackers. We continue. Obviously, you guys can see a lot of SBCs. Now, this is one of the last SBCs that came out with Team of the Year, okay? One of the last SBCs. It was the 8220, and it was unlimited, okay? It was 68K, and so what did it require? Okay, it required an 83 squad, 11 players, and an 84 squad, okay? 1 Team of the Week was required for this. Now, this is the controversy when it comes to this. This was the first time we ever had something like this, and it was fully repeatable. So you could do it as much as possible. And every time you did the 8220, not only that, EA gave you 2 tradable packs in between as well. So you got players in between, you got some coins back, and then you constantly had 20 players, 82 or higher, going back into this. And when you think about it, when you only need an 84, 83, if you just get a couple walkouts, this is pretty easy to do. You're going to have like you know, at least 10 82s for that 83 squad, or 2 83s and then an 85. Boom, that squad is done. Then your 84 squad, you get a couple walkouts, you put the rest of the 83 82s in there. Really easy. So what happened last year was you had titles where you can see my team here. We had titles where I'm saying, oh my God, I packed 3 team of the years, right? Because I'm sitting here and EA releases this and everybody thinks it's a mistake, and then EA leaves it. They actually don't get rid of it. So is this something we're going to expect this year? I'm not really sure, guys, but I think EA ended up leaving it last year because they were too scared of making these big mistakes like the Team of the Year Messi the year before, and then just getting rid of it too quickly. But as you can see here, right, we got the 8220. Did last year show how many packs you had in the store? No, I don't think it did. But as you can see here, boom, we got a Team of the Year, right? We're grinding for hours. And usually last year, if you spent like 2 to 3 hours of doing this, ridiculously amounts of this, if you did like 50 to 100 of these, you saw a Team of the Year, right? So if you're doing this for hours recycling, it was pretty easy to see the Team of the Year flare if you just grinded like crazy all day. I think I walked out of this Team of the Year pack in 10 Team of the Years, man, because of this pack. So there was a lot of controversy on this pack because obviously a Team of the Year should not be super accessible to get. But obviously I wasn't going to sit there last year and not grind it with it being available, right? So as you can see, and now you look at the recycling, right? So I got a Team of the Year. Palmer, obviously, is crazy. Team of the Week back to do the next one. 2 86s, 85s, 84s, right? Definitely enough to do an 84 squad. And then you got the 83s and the 82s to do a nice Team of the Week for the 83 squad. So this grind was ridiculously repeatable. You also had other SBCs out where, you know, you could put some players into Team of the Week packs. You could do some player picks to get some 82, 83s. As you can see here, I got 2 Team of the Weeks and 3 88s, right? So definitely that's more than enough to make another one. And then the reason this was so grindable is you could just go right onto the web app and basically just chuck the squad in. And then I like to go on console to open the packs because I like to see the flare. You know what I mean? Who doesn't like to see the Team of the Year flare? And you can see we're just sitting here grinding 8220s all night because they're very easy to make. And of course, I got a duplicate, right? So that's the most EA thing ever. I got a duplicate. I think I went like 4 hours without one, and then I got 2 Palmers. And then I think we ended the stream with a Lauren James. So that's what I mean. Like, you know, I personally think that Team of the Year last year was so exciting because everyone who didn't spend money could go onto the game and grind during hours to get Team of the Years. But the problem with it was that I felt like post Team of the Year, where in the past, I felt like you would leave Team of the Year, and if you played a team post Team of the Year that had a Team of the Year first owner, you're like, oh my God, this guy is so lucky, right? Or they had 1 or 2. And last year, the whole spring, the promos in the spring were really hurt by Team of the Year because none of the cards were even close to the Team of the Year cards, which they obviously shouldn't be. But it did destroy, I felt like, a lot of the hype of the spring last year on the game. So I'm like, wow, should EA really release this again this year? Was it too game-breaking for the game? And my personal opinion is it kind of was, guys. I think it was too OP that you could just get these cards. I mean, my team went from like 88 rated to these cards, and I packed 10 of them throughout Team of the Year. 10 Team of the Years. I think 7 of them were non-duplicates. It was ridiculous, right? So I thought it was a little too easy to obtain these cards last year. Now, my personal opinion, though, is that I think EA is going to release this SBC again this year. I think they will. Because I think they know that if they don't, everyone's going to cry. And I think they will do it for engagement. Because I'll be honest, guys, with this SBC available, anyone in the FIFA community found a way to log in and grind this because it was Team of the Years that you could get without spending money. And I think EA at this point needs the engagement. I think they need the engagement. I don't think they cannot release this SBC. So do I want them to release it? No, because I think it hurts the spring and I think it hurts the overall promo. I wish they would just make the league upgrades a little bit better. But saying that, obviously, yes, it's fun to pack Team of the Years. Yes, it's fun to use them. I think it hurts the game long-term more than it helps. But objectively, I wanted to say, I think EA is going to release this again this year with the full release, and you will be able to grind 8220s. I think they'll release it probably on the end of when the full team is in packs, I think is when they will release it. It's funny because the Team of the Year icons were so rare last year. I think I did like 1,000 of these in a week, and I didn't even get one icon. So, but the odds were like, I think they were, Team of the Year was like, I want to say like 2% or 1.5%, which, you know, you look at odds-wise for a Team of the Year, it's pretty good if you're grinding it all day. So, you know, compared to normal odds. So, guys, this was my team, though. Look at my team. This was my team after, I think, like, literally the first day of the full release. So, obviously, a couple weeks into Team of the Year. But this was my team. Palmer, Paredes, Lauren James, and got enough fodder from the 8220. And that was the thing. The fodder you could accumulate from the 8220, you could complete SBCs like KDB. There was a 2 million coin SBC because you just had so much fodder. So that was the one thing with it as well, that people were completing so many SBCs. And the last thing I wanted to point out, guys, was this. Okay, this is the last thing I wanted to point out. Okay, so I'm fully expecting EA to release this again this year. I think they totally will. Team of the Year blueprint. Create your very own Team of the Year player, complete with a range of new skills and abilities designed to lead your club to victory. Now, if I'm putting a bet on are EA going to release both the Team of the Year blueprint and the 8220, it's a strong bet. But if I'm going to bet more on one of them being released, it's the Evo. Sorry, my mic fell because I'm an idiot. But EA sales are down 20%, guys, but the revenues are the same or higher. And the reason for that is that EA's killing it with Evos this year, right? So they're going to release this Evo again. And this Evo was a max 87, pace max 98, positions max 3. I mean, I don't think EA is going to put a max 99 balance on this one. I think it's overall stats, so they would just do pace. And then the position is right wing, right? So playstyle plus is max 2. And this was an Evo that essentially... I believe you could give 3 playstyle pluses to the player, which was absolutely ridiculous. So I chose to do it with Doku. But this is going to be a really cool Evo for anybody that's trying to customize an Evo in their club. You can really, a lot of players that just obviously are on the right. And then you had, I think you had a Zidane that you could upgrade as well. But there was just so many good options for this Evo, guys. So definitely expect this Evo to come out as well. It's so funny looking back, too, and seeing, like, that this didn't actually give that many base playstyles. It was really just playstyle pluses. But yeah, guys, this promo, look, this is going to be a crazy promo. The next week is going to be really interesting with the loans. I have to do a health thing tomorrow afternoon, so I'm hoping it doesn't knock me out because it's hopefully going to just solve everything kind of going on before Team of the Year. But yeah, I'm hoping I can be around to kind of do all this content because it's exciting even before Team of the Year. And let me know in the comments down below how you guys are feeling about all this stuff, man. What are you guys thinking? I'm definitely excited for the Evos. The Evos I'm really excited for. And I think we will get the 8220. So I'll see you guys in the video next time. Peace.